a madman. Like if you were raised right, you're not raised right, you don't have a mother, and you have a star. Just tell the blunt, like you are a rapist. So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's the Fix Making here, and if you're new here, my name is Mary Kay. You could just do subscribing to my channel, and you're welcome because you're family already. So before we get into today's video, let me just like a bit of introduction to what I want to do. So today I have like a little bit of story time, chit chat, get ready with me about one adventure day that happened in my life. So I'm going to be talking whilst I'm doing my makeup, because as we do it here, I don't, why did I say as as we do it here, I like doing my makeup while I'm talking. I just can't come here and rant without doing something, and this is a makeup channel, so why not do makeup while talking? So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So my makeup items are here, so please pardon me if you see me looking right here to think like makeup stuff and all these things. I'm sorry about that in advance. I don't know where to start from. It's a very annoying, funny, and very, I want to use the word stupid because that's what it is, stupid experience. Because I feel like these men are supposed to put in their place. Let me just start from the beginning of how we all happened, and let me not jump to the main essence of the video. Okay, so I had a wedding to attend. It happened like a month back or a few months back, right? So I had a wedding to attend, so I was going for fittings at my tailor's place. I was going to like fit my clothes and pick it up. So I boarded the bus. I entered the bus where I was going, and while we were moving, like while we were going, oh god, I really wish I filmed. Like I wish I was able to film. Like, although I won't be able to film, not like I won't be able to film, but it won't be proper for me to film at that moment. But I really wish I did, so I could just give you guys the details of the story like back to back, like how it all happened, But without further ado, let me just see what I can remember. So while I was inside the bus, we were moving. Like after like 30 minutes drive, I guess. No, like 30-minute drive. Let's say 10 minutes drive. So I was inside, like I was at the middle of the bus. Like there was like one young man. I hate the fact that people addressed him in that way. One guy like that was at the front seat. So while we were moving, his attention got to a girl, like a random girl on the street. She was walking, like she was walking. Let me put it out there, she was hawking. Let me use the word, she was hawking. So while she was hawking, I think her clothes, like when you wear like a jean and you want to stand in a bike, like it comes up a bit. I know those things now. So I think her clothes came up a bit, like just very tiny bit too. So I can't remember if her underwear was showing, but I think her skin was showing, like at the back. So this man goes on saying, he shouted through the bus because it was like close to the door. So he shouted through the bus that that you have just not worn anything. I just not want anything. I don't know why you're going up about naked. And I was like, although beside, like before I boarded the bus, I was kind of pissed. So that one just triggered it. Normally me will not talk in the bus, but sometimes those things are very, very crucial, because I could be that person in the street like walking by and my clothes just went up a bit and stuff. So he claimed that the girl was wearing crop top and stuff. First of all, what is the business? Like, what is your business if she's wearing a bra? What is your business? That's that aside. Before you even get to claim that, when you start claiming what she was wearing and not what she was wearing and all those things, he made that statement that she should have just was like, hello, you should have not worn anything. You have just go out naked, start wearing anything. When I was at the back, it just snapped in my head like in 1 second. I was like, I stopped a bit. I didn't want to talk initially because I don't really like talking in the bus. And when you start talking now, they'll start, things that happen. But let me just tell you what happened. So next stop, he said, so me, I just from the back, I was like, or like, sorry, yoga, what is your business in what that girl is wearing? As that girl is on her own person, does it stop this bus from moving where it was going to? Then he goes by saying, blah, 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 blah. This, that, what my business? Was he talking to me? This. Let me apply my foundation. I don't want to get so heated and forget that I'm doing my makeup. So let me just apply my foundation and continue this conversation. So as I was saying, yeah, so he went on saying, what is my business? That was it referring to me when he was making that statement? And I was like, you don't have to refer to me. I'm referring to a fellow girl like me. And besides, this thing is none of your business. Like, doesn't concern you in any way. It was like him. And by the way, guys, let me even bust you guys' brain here. What this guy was wearing, hey, was so much offensive than what that girl was wearing. Yeah. So sorry. Okay. Was so much offensive than what that girl was wearing. So he was wearing like all this singlet that stops here, that like this guy's wearing random singlet, and it was so black like me, even more burnt. And after that, you know those when you wear those singlets, you can see through his armpit. It was so unshaved. He has tattoo all over, those dirty tattoos that does not even look attractive at all. And I was like, you are talking about someone that is wearing this thing. What about what you are wearing? Does it look good? Like, does it look presentable? Does it look decent to you? Because since you are the God that can judge now, that is open your mouth to judge somebody, not even to judge, like to start criticizing somebody. And I feel like that was so much. It was so similar to like sexual harassment. You know, shouting, anybody attention went to the girl. Now the girl was like, like I know, you know, we're in the bus, we're in the moving bus. We could not know what happened afterwards, like what the girl reaction was, or what people were looking at her, like, or the way people were looking at her rather. So was guys, if you hear the lame excuse this guy told me when I mentioned what he was wearing, you know what he told me? The popular place in Lagos called Balogun Market, like a very big market, I feel like it's the biggest market in Lagos. Yeah, it's called Lagos Market, Balogun Market. So he now gave the excuse that that is coming from Balogun Market, that he's a businessman, that do I expect him to wear agbada? Like agbada is all those big clothes that you see Yoruba people. If you know what African Yoruba guys wear to like parties, and like that's what was referring to. So he now told me that that it's coming from Lagos Balogun Market. Was I expecting him to wear agbada or something that will flow on the ground because of he wants to cover his body, or because of he was going to market? I was like, that's the same way you should have reasoned when you saw that girl hawking in the street. This girl, the same market she went to that she's going, that she's trading on, but hers was even worse because she's actually hawking. And the annoying part is that he claimed the girl. No, you know, men have names for clothes that they don't even know what it is. Just give the name that you are doing. You know when they say you're wearing from your back or something like that. Just all those like sarcastic kind of description to what girls wear and stuff. So he actually did not even know what the girl was wearing, like. Unlike the way I would explain it to you, because I know what she's like, a girl, so I know what she's wearing. So it was like that. How do you even put it again? Okay, it was like that. Do I expect him to wear Ankara, agbada on the street because coming from market? And I was like, okay, do you expect this girl to wear a wedding gown, flowing on the streets because she's selling market? And besides, she's just wearing no crop top. Even if she wears a crop top, like, what is your business? Like, how does it affect your day of life? Like, how does it affect your pockets? Does it give you money? As you said, made that statement, does it make you a better person? Or does it make you patriotic? Because I don't understand why you made that statement. So I was like, her clothes simply just went up, and you are here blabbing. People were like telling me, because I'm not feeling so agitated the way I was feeling that day, because it's like way past. Like I have like one very old man sitting beside me. They was like, my daughter, stop, don't worry, don't mind him, don't stop. I say, no, daddy, see, I need to give these people back boost. Like some people deserve to be comforted, because I knew you could not lay his hands on me because I was where people were and he cannot hit me. So my mouth was like ×2, and I didn't even know where this trend came from. Remember, I talk like that way, but like in a public place, I try to like I don't like being spot like, oh, this girl is here and stuff. I didn't like it. So I just started talking. He started insulting me. You're very stupid for making that statement, blah blah blah. I said, you're a madman. Like, if you were raised right, you're not raised right. You don't have a mother, and you have a sister. To me, if you were raised right, you open your mouth and open your mouth like someone that is an illiterate, and you claim that you're a businessman, or those businessmen are illiterate. So I like, you open your mouth like a useless man and make that statement to that young girl on the streets, like. And the annoying part is that someone who is walking on the street might not even be mentally like okay, like not like mentally okay, like she's mad or stuff. Like she might not be sad about things of life, stress, hustle, all those things, and you just open your mouth. That day I was so pissed, yeah. Like the way in which we sorted ourselves. Don't worry, I'm still going to the real gist though. I'm still going to the real gist. So after he made that statement, after I told him that if you don't have a mother or you don't have a sister for you to make such statements, that means you don't have someone that is a female at home. Because if someone addressed a sister like that from the street, you won't like it. It was like, that your sister cannot dress that way. Blah blah blah. Sister cannot dress that way. That me that I'm talking, because fortunately for me, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't even give a damn. I don't give a damn. Like it was like, the why don't I wear stuff like that? Because I was wearing a polo like this, like a different polo like this, but not color and a jean. So I was well covered. I'm like, I'm sorry I don't even show off my body, but I'm not in any position to discriminate those that show their body because they feel happy in what they wear. Like they're very proud in their skin. So what's my business? And there's no, I won't say there's no point in time that I've never showed like any cleavage or stuff. It happens naturally. So I'm like, don't even bring that yet at all. It doesn't even matter. Like that's your business. She decides to wear, she decides to wear. That's your business. And like we can African person watching this video, when you mention like anybody's mother, or like when you refer to a guy and mention their mother, or a girl and mention their mother, when you have an argument, like just hit up the argument from like 60 to 110. Like when I made that statement, it was like that I should never in my life mention that statement. I will say it again and again. You don't have a mother, and that's on period. You don't have a mother. You're like, that me, I'm not raised right. That's how I talk to my husband or my boyfriend at home. Or like, I can't even talk to them because they don't act as useless as she just added. They don't just open their mouth and say shit. That day, hey, God. I was just laughing, I was laughing so much. Let me go into another part of my makeup and not die in blinding my face. I was saying, when you mention any African, especially Yorubas, like the Westerns, in this face of the earth, you mention their parents or their mother, they don't care about their father. Mention their mother when you're having an argument with them. Oh, like, so when I said that statement, it was like, like I should never in my life mention short thing. That last time you checked, you don't mention my mother and all those things. I said, you don't mention my mother. You can't. Even if you do, I don't care. Like the way it gets to them does not the way it gets to me, or we like that are not Western. So I could not give a damn. So we were just talking. We were just exchanging different words, and it was not saying like, I can't remember what happened at one point. It was like it was not becoming violent. Like it's going to hit me, this, that. I'm passing my boundary. That who am I? That am I his age mate? This, that. I was like, hey, I was so happy that at that point, I was not lacking any words. Like I'm not going to say some words I was saying here because of YouTube description of like community rules and stuff. Yeah, I'm not going to say some statement I was saying that day, but I just had like the perfect response to give him at any given time. When you chose one, I'm giving him 10. It was like, that I'm very this, that's going to hit me, that. I said in your next word to come. Hey, I didn't know where that levels came from, because me, I hate violence. I'm not someone that you can never, like, even if you hurt any of my family member, you cannot see me being violent. I will talk, but you cannot see me being violent. So although it's not because of I can't, not because of like I feel too cheeky to fight. It's because of I can't, like they will so beat me on the streets. So he was like, he's going to beat me, he's going to do this, going to do that, going to do that. People were like, you should stop, that should calm down. I'm like, no, people should leave. Maybe he's a dog, they've released him. Leave him to come and let's him come and hit him, and he will see. He will see waiting. Like I can beat him. But I was just very annoyed. Like I was very angry. Like I kept on defending. I wish I knew that, I knew that, okay. But truthfully, we don't need to know anybody to fight for what is right, like at all. Especially when you know that if you do, it's not going to affect you in any way. Either it's you being like violated, sexually harassed at any point, you are on your, like, you know that you're safe, you know that fact, like you're safe. So that's why I was just so pissed. Like I have seen people making such, like I've literally gone, that's even a different teacher getting me on his own. Like this life, Some guys were not raised, and even if you're not raised, there's a point where you raise yourself. Like you're not trained, you train yourself. Because I don't understand why you try to act like an animal, which you are not, and you won't like to be treated as one. So while he was making that statement that he's going to eat me and stuff, he was at the front and I was at the back. And the way it was, there was a demarcation, like beside those people that sit beside the driver. So there's no how he could touch me. My voice went high. I was not talking. I was insulting him. I was this, that, that. Then he now said something. Then he now said, he made a statement. That one brought the camel back. Like, let me apply my powder. I'll come back and tell you what this guy said. So guys, as I was saying here, so when we were in that conversation, like when we were arguing on all those things, so he made a statement, like I said earlier, that was very annoying. Then he said something that's how we girls are being raped, and we were complaining when we know that after we wear those nonsense, we not be complaining that we are being raped. And that's how he put it. I was like, what? That I even knew from the outside that you were not smart, like you were dumb, but you just confirmed it in 100% that you were actually dumb. Like, I was like, when he made that statement, I was like, I just said it blunt, like, you are a rapist. Like, if you're not a rapist, you made that statement. That's how rapists like your fellow people, that's how you guys do. You usually looking for nonsense excuse, and we say that it's because of the way the girl is dressed, and that's why. And like, I'm not like a feminist in any way, but I hate to hear that statement. Like, when I see that different rape case happening, I check on the comment section and I see people vomiting trash, people that don't have sense, that were not raised, for meeting child that do we know what the girl was, stuff. Like, I hate that thing so much. That thing infuriates me so much. God of mercy. I don't even know how to put it for you guys, but I was so annoyed. I was so vexed. I was like, I said you are a rapist, because you're not a rapist. You will make such stupid and dumb statements. You won't make it, because it was like, that he has raped any of my family member before. I'm calling rapist. I say, you don't have to. You may have raped people that you're stripping, maybe your sister's children, because you don't have sense. They're all like, coming a rape that is going to come and hit me now. That who am I? Who do I think I am? That this, that there's no man that can put me in the house. This, that. Hey, I'm like, if there's no man that can put me in the house, that means you. No woman is supposed to even pick your call. Like, no man is supposed to even listen to you saying hello, talk more of how are you, because it's written over you that you are so you know what I want to say. Like, so as at that time you were like, then because where I was going was quite far, so like, let's say 15 minutes drive to where I was going to. Like, if I stop talking, then I'm a bastard. I say if you stop talking, then you're a fool. People were just begging us to stop. People were begging in the bus to stop. This, that. People knew that what I was. Now I'm going to go to that part. Now let me just beat my face and come back. So as I was saying here, the annoying part for me, like what I said earlier before I came back here, the annoying part for me is the fact that people in the bus kept on telling me to stop, whereas the guy was not like being told to shut up, And I felt somehow, because there were women in the bus. People that were telling me to stop were the men. The women were not even saying anything. I'm not saying anybody should be like a chatterbox like I was that day, But at the same time, if I'm being told to stop and make peace, it's like it should be 50-50. It should be both sides and not one-sided, But the way I was going to travel to, I told them when I got there, like, that's how pissed I was. And he kept on like exchanging words, and he said if I stop talking, then I'm the fool, because he has my time. I'm like, oh, okay. And me, I'm with someone that is too quick to, like, I'm quick to look away and just look aside from the conversation, But that day I was like, hey, me and you, we die here. And another part that you can never see the fact that what he said was wrong. That was the annoying part for me. Like, there was no form of remorse whatsoever, and I feel like he might have felt remorse, so never can tell, but because he felt like the lady was standing up to him and telling that what he did was wrong, he just could not take it at that point. Sometimes all those nonsense ego from men that are not even necessary, like not unnecessary ones, unnecessary ego. That's what I'm talking about. So I felt like no form of remorse whatsoever at all, like at all. What I did here, when I knew I was going to alight from the bus, like come down from the bus, I just stopped talking a bit, and he kept on flaying up. Like, You know, he doesn't want to agree. I know in an argument, they try with the guy and the woman having like a proper argument, like close to being fighting. The guy is always the one dropping like one word and stop talking, and say one thing and stop talking. But man, this guy was the woman in this case. Hey, just kept on talking and talking and talking. And looking back to everything that happened that day, it's just so sad that people could just talk down on people like without you knowing that person. Just open your mouth and say some kind of things. You don't know what the person is going through at that point. And besides, this girl was hawking. That was the annoying part for me. Like, this girl here that we're talking about was hawking. She was not like, not like going out or maybe trying to like get dressed up or trying to pick a bike, going to the random, outing and stuff. And that was what was annoying me, because I was like, yo, you that claim that you went, and the distance where we were to the so-called market that you went to was like over 3 hours journey. I'm complaining about somebody that was hawking around our area, and you that went to God knows where you went to a very far market. You that was where you went to, and you went there looking and dressing in such nonsense outfits. Normally you wouldn't have bothered me, because of it insulted someone that was wearing something. Like, that's when I looked at her like, oh, look at you, look at what you are wearing. But it was so sad. Yeah, it was so sad that people could just judge, like not even judge, like you just criticize people just by what they wear or how they look like, or simply one thing or the other that doesn't make sense. Like, and the annoying part was him now referring to how like people are being raped, like the reason why people are being raped, and that was very, very annoying. Like, it triggered so much in me that so if she was actually raped, you are hoping what and say stuff like that. Like, God forbid she will never be. And I don't want to say sisters or daughters will be, because they don't have any issues, or they don't they're not to be blamed for their so-called family or that guy's dumb ass way of reasoning. Yeah, as I was saying here, I have to go do some part of my makeup before I get agitated and forget that I'm doing my makeup. I remember it's something that he actually was not alone. Like, he did not bought the bus alone. He came with someone. They brought the bus together. Like, I think they were coming back from the market they were going to, and that one was not even saying anything other than, "Auntie, we're not talking to you now. Auntie, we're not talking to you now." That's why I just knew it's not going to be easy for me to like face two of them together. So I just think, let me just calm down and just face one person. I was like, two of you should call your brother or friend or whatever it is to you to order. You're there telling me he was not talking to me. I was just so vexed, fam. Like, I was so annoyed. So when I got that from the bus, like when I was about getting that from the bus, it was like, no, that she following me and get to his bus stop now. She better I can talk. She better have mouth and I want to talk. That was already my bus stop. I just did not say it. I just put my money, like, I just put my teeth here and I came down. It was still talking. It was like, she something is, everything is fine there, Yeah, it was not alright, Jerry. It was not. And that was just like the definition of a rapist. Like, that guy is someone that will rape somebody's child and give lame excuses if it's caught, all in the name of what she's wearing. And I think what I'll start doing is to say, like, my chick chat, like my story time, when like a day after it happened, like a week after it happened. So like I think a day is even better, so I be in that mood, so I can give you guys a full gist and I'll just keep any part. Let me just get my face and outfit already, and I'll be right back to finish this video. So guys, that brings us to the end of this video, and in a nutshell, it's just a very, very annoying like experience that I had to go through. And I'm so like, I did not regret the fact that I stood up and I talked, like I said what I had to say, because some people are supposed to be put in their place. Like, not every time, yeah, but sometimes some people they deserve to be put in their place. So it's not like me that I had this experience one way or the other. It might not be exactly like mine, but it's something similar. Please drop it in the comment section down below. I'll be in the comment replying all your comments right there. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you love this video, subscribe to my channel if you want to see this beautiful dark skinned beauty on your screen again. Please subscribe to my channel. Once again, my name is Mary K, and you're welcome because you're family already. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys. Mwah.